Hey, what's up, guys? Alright, we're back for part 2 of The Hero of Kendrickstone by Paul Wang. Alright, so, little backstory. We had a dream where we slayed a dragon, but yeah, turned out it was just a dream, wasn't really real. And we're kinda, we're on the road. We're on the road. We're gonna be an adventurer. I guess I kind of gave away some spoilers, but I mean, if you watched the first part, you should already know what happened. If you skip to this one, just giving you a heads up. So we're on the road. Just got saved by a girl, this girl knight, who had a lot of cuts on her face, and she saved us from some bandits. So we're about to get away from them. Getting away seems like a really good idea. Boom. After about 200 paces, you come to a tall, sleek warhorse, saddled, caparisoned, and tied up to a tree at the side of the road. Dame Mildred gives the horse an affectionate pat and begins untying him. "I suppose," she says, looking over at you. "You were bound for Kendrickstone, eh?" So many girls, I can't do it. His voice is too deep. You nod. "I know why." No, it's the knight. Oh, I thought it was a different girl. Might I know why?" The knight pulls the rope free and begins coiling it up. Ooh, a secret rhythm has to take care of this. I don't know. Venturer for hire. It's none of your business. See, she could be working for somebody, but she did just save us. We're preparing for long term here. I think I want to be an adventurer for hire, though. That would be pretty awesome. I want to find my own way to the big city. Nope. Looking for an adventure. Mildred's expression softens at that answer. "Are you now? I did some of that in my youth as a knight errant, slaying monsters, helping dashing young lords stuck in towers the like. There's a great sense of fulfillment in doing good like that, but the pay is irregular. The food is generally awful, and a warm bed is damn scarce." The knight continues to speak as she prepares her horse for travel. "If you're looking for a way to get food and bed between jobs, I'd be happy to take you on as a servant at arms in my retinue. It's hard work, but it's honest, and it comes with a clean bed and hot food. What say you?" You think it over. Steady meals and warm bed do sound good. But tying yourself to a mistress, no matter how generous, might prove restrictive. A mistress. Ooh, okay, I like the way they worded that. So, she demands as she checks over her saddle harness. "What say you?" Oh, they give you a chance to think about it. Okay. I mean, I might do that, because I don't want to be... like they said, I don't want to be tied down, But even though it is restrictive, I can just nod to what she says. If they give me that option later on. Let's see, let's take a look at my stats a little later. I want to give her a straight answer, though. I don't want to say, I need to think about it. Women don't like that. They like the straight answers, You know what? Do we want to slay monsters or help young lords stuck in towers? Screw that. The knight frowns but nods. "I see. Well, if you change your mind, go to the keep in Kendrickstone City and ask for me. I'll have you rode in my retinue." Sweet. Worked out. Finally, Dame Mildred finishes her preparations. She places a foot in the stirrup and with a single fluid motion swings herself into the saddle. She brings her horse about back towards the distant blood-red spires of Kendrickstone. She looks down at you from the saddle. "If you'd like, I could escort you to the city gates. It won't be much trouble for me. Part of my duty is to keep travelers safe, after all." Yeah, should we go with her? I say we do. I say we do. She's practically asking for it, you know? The two of you set off towards the distant gates of Kendrickstone. Dame Mildred mounted on her horse and you on foot. The first few minutes pass in silence as you mull over the events of the day. Soon, however, the silence starts to seem oppressive. You look over at your escort as she rides beside you, reins in one hand, great helm carried under her arm in the other. She seems unlikely to strike up another conversation, but perhaps you have some questions for her. Yeah, let's get some information. Let's see. We'll get our talking up, you know, for them stats books. Excuse me, Mildred. Could I ask you some questions? The knight looks down at you. It's only then that you notice she seems as bored as you are. How nice. Go ahead. Ask away. The road usually did the band inspector really shoot you through the heart? Ooh. What's it like being a knight? Because we might join up with her, so I mean, it's good to know. Actually, she replies, it's a lot like being an adventurer or a hunter, really. You look up at your mounted companion. What do you mean by that? Well, you spend long hours every day preparing for that split second of danger when your skills and ability to respond makes the difference between life and death. It's not for the weakest spirit, I can tell you that. I never thought of that. You shake your head in wonder. And knights have to stick to a code of honor, right? Dame Mildred nods. Aye, that's true. Obey your liege, defend his people, follow into war. Still, I rather prefer it. The knight's code isn't much of a burden for me, and I don't mind giving up a little bit of freedom. I wasn't using an exchange. Oh, it's a full sentence. And I don't mind giving up a little bit of freedom I wasn't using in exchange for a streaming roast and a cold tankard of ale, waiting for me back at the keep every day, after I come back from what I'd probably be doing as a knight errant anyways. The knight looks down at you from her high perch. I mean, freedom's all well and good, but what good is it if you're wet, cold, wet, and hungry, am I right? Ooh. Oh, she was saying that. Yeah, I'd rather be cold and wet if I could be free, you know? What if, food and payment serving an unjust master? Ooh, let's give her that ultimatum. Freedom's priceless. Freedom is priceless. Oh gosh, Dame Mildred looks down at you, her expression set grimly. Then you find a new master worthy of service. Her voice is determined, almost angry. Knights are sworn to protect the innocent, uphold justice above all. Any knight who does evil under the excuse of following the orders of an unjust liege is unworthy of the title. Okay, well, she explained it right there. Where are you from anyways? Are the roads usually unsafe? I kind of want to know if Bennett really did shoot her from the heart. But that means more reading for me. But I'll ask. Seems like a stupid question, really. Indeed, for a second, Dame Mildred looks at you as if you were some kind of idiot. Oh, well, I knew she got shot, but obviously not through the heart. Seeing as I'm still up and breathing, I'm pretty sure he didn't. She looks down for a moment. Admittedly, he did aim an arrow from her heart when he ambushed me, and it did fly true. Alright, now I'm curious. If the arrow hit you, how did you survive? The mounted knight simply extends her arm towards you and shakes it, letting the fine steel links of a male hauberk rattle and catch after its own. I'm a boy. Oh, was I reading that whole thing in that voice? Got so used to it. I'm a boy. If you plan on facing more danger in the future, I'd suggest getting some yourself. It may be expensive, but it'll keep all your blood and guts where they should be. Yep, definitely gonna get some armor. Where are you from anyways? What you say? Nah. Don't care where you're from. And obviously the roads are always pretty unsafe. The knight... Oh gosh. The knight merely nods in reply. The two of you continue on your way. You and Dame Mildred continue your journey to the city gates in silence as the afternoon turns to evening. The sun is low in the sky when the two of you finally leave the forest and find yourself a few hundred paces from the imposing stone gates of the city of Kendrickstone. Your journey is over. For now. Dun dun dun. Chapter 3. Rogues and Wizards. You know how I feel about wizards. They always need the manas. Dame Mildred parts ways with you as the two of you walk through Kendrickstone's massive gates. Remember, she says, she begins to ride away. If you wish to enter my service, come to the keep at any time. I'll have it arranged. Thank goodness I'm not going to have to do her voice anymore. With that, the knight who may have saved your life is gone, disappearing into the massive throng of people who mingle and surge the crowd of the narrow. Who surge and crowd the narrow, well-trodden city streets, even at this late hour. The senses of the city overwhelm you from every direction. First there is the noise, the cacophony, the cacophony of hundreds of people, merchants hogging their wares, 100 different conversations, the cries of animals and children, the rattle of carts, and 100 other noises. It's all the bubbling babble, a village meeting magnified 1,000-fold. Then there are the smells, the sweat and stink of thousands of unwashed bodies, the miasma left by the piss and shit of humans and animals both, the stench of rotting food, smoke, and cooking grease, and other foul odors you cannot even recognize. The air is thick with droppings and cast-offs, the rotting byproducts of tens of thousands of lives. Oh my gosh, why do I want to go here? Finally, your ears get used to the cacophony. And your nose begins to filter the overpowering stench, and you can see the glory that is Kendrickstone. Houses piled 3 or 4 stories high, stretching into the distance like a jumbled mass, the high, thick walls cordoning them off from the outside world. To one side stands an immense human-raised mountain of spires and turrets, and crenellated bulwarks in blood-red stone. The city's keep where the Duke of Kendrickstone rules all the surveys. To the other side, a strange construction overlooks the city. What looks like 2 towers, one upended and hovering in midair above the other. Either that's a wizard's tower, or you're the Mansa of Coriolandus. What? With the day quickly drawing close, you need to decide where to go. One appended and hovering in midair above the other. I'll go keep and enter Dame Mildred's service. I'll go to the wizard's tower to see if there's an end. I'll find an inn to stay at. I don't want mana. I have no mana problems. I'll go to... Nope. I still don't get this sentence. Either that's a wizard's tower, or you're the Mansa of Coriolandus. I don't get you. Alright, I don't want to serve anyone, man. Can't bring me down. Find an inn. Gonna spend all of our money at inns. You head into the winding maze of narrow roads, some cobbled, some nothing more than a thick layer of dirt, rainwater, and other materials you really don't want to think about. With no particular direction in mind, you wander the streets looking for an inn or other accommodation. Alas, in twisting roads of a great city and encroaching gloom of night, you find yourself hopelessly lost. Before long, you have no idea at all where you are. You've never been in a big city like Kendrickstone, and the gloom of the night, coupled with the shadowy silhouettes of the buildings around you, has left you entirely disoriented. Ah, wizards and thieves, right? Worse yet, the throngs of people who were crowding the streets not long ago have retreated into their homes. You are practically alone. Practically, but not quite. You turn yet another corner in the evening gloom, only to find yourself face to face with a pug-faced man in a stout leather jacket. A stout leather jack. truncheon in one hand and a lit torch in the other. You there, he demands. Where are your papers, boy? Tell him the truth, I have no idea what he's talking about. So many things to do. I run. This guy's probably a guard. I'm guessing he's a guard. Should I run? It's probably a test. They want to see how fast I can run and be agile in this. Because nothing ever works with the truth, right? Tell him the truth, I have no idea what he's talking about. He's probably going to bring me to a jail cell. But if I run and he catches me, it could be worse. I'd like to think I'm pretty fast. Immediately you turn and run. You've barely gone 2 steps and you find yourself face safe in the... Oh gosh, a woman who puts her dagger to your throat. I'd be careful running off like that. The man behind you draws. Especially if you ain't got a writ of protection. Such folk are known to come to bad ends. The man with the truncheon whistles 2 notes, sharp and loud in the evening gloom. Another dozen men and women step out of the shadows, seemingly from every alleyway and alcove. Some carry daggers, some clubs. 3 hold steel-bowed arbalists, capable of punching holes through steel plate. I don't know what an arbalist is. Sue me. Great. Just great. You know what? Let's look at these stats. Freedom. There we go. Wealth still the same. Everything's still the same. I mean, compassion went up a little bit. I think just because I talked to... or maybe it didn't go up. Maybe freedom just went up more. But I was going to say maybe compassion went up because I talked to... Oh, I bet if I would have talked to the night lady about her child, or where she's from, compassion would have went up. I bet that's how it works. But I didn't want to. Oh well. Doesn't matter now. Great. Great. Being out alone at night without a writ of protection. You should know about... The man with the truncheon snarls. You should know what that means. You spend a moment completely confused, since you very obviously don't. The thug with the truncheon is growling from frustration. Hand over your money and your weapons, you stupid idiot, he snarls. We'll leave you the clothes on your back as a courtesy, but next time we find you out with no writ, we'll just slit your throat and have done with you. How wonderful. For the second time today, someone's trying to rob you. The situation looks grim indeed. You're in an unfamiliar city, alone at night, and surrounded by more than a dozen heavily armed robbers. What now? Should I try to fight my way out of it? I say I try to talk them out of robbing me, because, I mean, they came out of every corner in the streets. You're not going to be able to fight your way out of it. Yeah, I'm going to talk them out of robbing me. There must be some way to convince these people you're not someone they want to rob. Perhaps you can pretend you're a child of a powerful mother. Nah. Your clothes aren't fine enough. The old standby of pretending to be a wizard in a harmless disguise? That may have to do. You open your mouth to speak. What's all this, then? All around you, the thugs seem to freeze up. The sound of a reedy but authoritative voice. A man steps out from the shadows. Not another thug, but a thin, balding man of middle years. Dark hair pulled back and complemented by a neatly trimmed beard. He wears a bright blue doublet, black hose, and the draped chaperone of a wealthy merchant. Let that boy go, he orders. Surprisingly enough, the knife disappears from your neck. You can't help but stare in puzzlement. A wealthy merchant, alone at night and unarmed? These thugs should be robbing him, not taking orders from him. Boss, This one's fair game, the man in the truncheon protests. No protection or anything. Of course this boy has no writ, you stupid dolt. The man in the blue doublet replies peevishly. He's just come into town. Janet's group saw this one walk through the gate not an hour ago. The merchant walks up to you as the thugs all lower their weapons. Look, I'm quite sorry about this mess, he says to you. It doesn't even come close to answering any of your questions. In fact, it may have raised a few more. Alright, you guys. I'm actually going to be ending this one a little early. Yeah, we'll ask some questions to this boss of thieves next time, but hope you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, the story is kind of it's everything you'd kind of guess it would be so far. I'm excited to see where the fighting and armor and stuff comes into play, but yeah, see you guys next time.